That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Good afternoon all. Welcome to Sunday Lunchtime Live. Thank you all so much for joining us. Yeah, we'll see what happens. As you guys may or may not know, Mark, the gentleman Woodturning, was kind enough to buy me a skew for my birthday. Here it is. And he's been hounding me from the day I got it, well, till last Friday, about doing a skew on live. I've been playing with it. In the background for the last 3 months, and I thought, do you know what, to shut Mark up, I'll actually do a live with a skew. I did have a play yesterday, wherever I put it. This is the first project I've actually done with the skew. It was a wand. It's a bit chunky on the handle, a bit chunky on there, but I was a little bit nervous of going too deep in that. But so I thought, you know what, let's do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So this is a piece exactly the same wood as that. Don't ask me what it is because I ain't got a clue, because it was just in a box of crap that in a box of rubbish I had. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rough it out with a skew. I'm going to do the whole project with the skew. When I did that one, I had 2 catches. So we'll see how many I get today. But perhaps get a few more, because obviously you guys, and no pressure, you know, no pressure at all. But I see Colwyn's in the chat as well. So, you know, that's just added to the pressure a little bit. But anyway, thanks to everybody who's ever joined us. And once again, a massive thank you to Colwyn for doing Friday Night Live. I've had so many nice comments about Colwyn being on. And you know, I just appreciate that he spent his time and his knowledge with us. So thank you, Colin, for doing that. So I'll start as I mean to go on and roughing this out, and I'll get Nick to welcome you lovely people in.
Sorry.
She's gone home.
Asleep. Hello, everybody. Right, in first today was Sid's Repurposing, beat Colin. Then Wood Wizardry by Colin. We also have Darren J. Callison. Let me just change what I'm doing, sorry. We also have Rex B, Douglas Mungham, Ruby Clare, Robbo Robson's on, Andy H is for turning, Lawrence, Pete from Twisted Tweez. We also have Tommy's Workshop, TJ Turner, Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner.
Trouble.
Yep. We also have Jennifer's Craft and Creations.
Good morning, Jennifer. Or good afternoon, Jennifer.
Chris Dodds. I can't remember if I said it, but Wood Turning by Barry. Brian at Heart Wood Turning. I Love Wood Turning Adam. We also have Brent Beecroft.
Brent even.
Brent Beecroft. Brent Beecroft. Oh, you just don't know. No.
Brent.
Brent. Bent. Oh dear.
Brent Beecroft.
Right, let's start again. Brent Beecroft.
There you
Welcome.
go.
We also have Kim Dickerson is on. And Steve Hawley. Colin Izzard. Woodworm Paul. Rob C.P. Woodturner. Joe Senior. Terry Bartlett. Wivey Woodshed. Barry Chitty. Eric Winkler. David J. Heath is on. Colwyn Way.
Colwyn.
Colwyn. I said that. Don't start.
Sorry, go.
Radar the Woodturner. Dr. Bob's on. And I think that's everyone. If I've missed you, oh, wait, woman, you missed me. Oh, Neil Gould is on as well, and Robert Dolman.
Welcome,
so if I've
everyone.
missed anyone, give me a shout. I'm just going to read through the chat quickly and see if there's anything going on. As far as it's just let me go. Mark said, no pressure then, SK. You've only got 2 skew masters watching. Hey, Robbo and Terry.
Yeah, and Colwyn. No, I mean, there's no pressure at all. Pressure? I laugh in the face of pressure.
So if that's 2 o'clock, no, not 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock here, what time is it in Australia? Because we have a lot of Aussies on.
Early hours of the morning over there.
I'm sure someone will tell me without me having to look it up. Pete said, Mark, the gentleman would turn. I thought we established everything is your fault anyway.
Yeah, it is.
But true that. I love Woodturn, and Adam said, I'm no skew master lol, but it's my favourite tool, the one I get the most pleasure from using. So much to learn about it.
Well, this is my second only ever project with the skew. I spent ages playing with it just to get the feel of it. And
Mark said, after doing 32 light pulls the other day with just a skew, I have to admit I'm starting to like the tool. Steve Ellis is on as well. I think I missed him.
Good
Jay's
morning.
cabin.
Good morning, or good afternoon, everybody, should I say. Hope everybody is well and
Chris
safe.
Glanville, Robert Nye. Paul the Greasby Turner. William Kenny.
Good afternoon.
I don't know how come I missed all them. Colwyn said, good luck, Steve.
Thank you, Colin. I may need it.
He's watching from the workshop.
We're nearly round.
Roger Mills is on.
Roger Mills.
Yep.
Good morning. Or afternoon, shall I say? Not.
Oh, will you wake up, boy?
So that's that bit virtually round.
Adam from I Love Woodturn said, my perfect scenario stood at the lathe and with wood turning in the background, double denim lol. Oh, Mark started with the jokes. Wonder what excuses he'll make today. No?
Very, very good, very good.
Robbo put, I can bet he's been practicing all weekend. No, I think you did one, didn't you, mate?
I did one yesterday. I haven't been practicing all weekend. Like I say, I've been practicing just getting riding the bevel and bringing in the cut and doing beads and coves and things like that, but not really.
He cut the grass yesterday, and Steve's idea of weeding, not my idea. Yeah, Steve just pulled out a few weeds and that was it. He's not very good at weeding at all. So you weren't in the workshop a lot yesterday, was you?
No.
Mark said it could be elm or ash or maybe whatever is written on it.
Ha 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 ha. Funny boy. Not. Right, so let's get some pencil marks on this, what we're going to do. Phone's going mad now.
Mark said, hey, hi, Nikki, are you going to chop the carrots with a skew too? No carrots today. Steve's doing burgers on the barbie.
So, handle. A little bit of a bead on the end.
The Flamin' Turner's on. Howdy, peeps. Thought I'd pop in and say hi while I sit in the car park waiting for Stacey, lol.
Hi, Nick, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Hope the Stacey and the kids are well. So I'm going to turn this bit down first. The handle.
Brian, that's what Mark's name should be. What Brian just said. Yes, you, Mark, are the infamous troublemaking Turner.
Yeah.
So Sid has said it's 8 p.m. in the west. No, it's night time, not morning.
Oh, is it?
8 p.m. in the west, 9:30 central, and 10 p.m. eastern.
Oh, because that's our late night lives. Yeah.
Eric's got a question. I think I've. You know, this America is so temperamental. Right, where's Eric? Right, Steve, explain how you're doing the cuts for us new fearful turners with a skew.
Oh my God. Really? Right. Right, this may be wrong.
Right, wait a minute. Rob's just said nice planing cut, Steve K.
Thank you. Who said that?
Rob CP.
Oh, right. Thank you, Rob. So the way I understand it and the way the videos I've watched and the way I've watched the turners like Terry and Robbo. So obviously the skew's got two angles on it. So my understanding is you ride the bevel gently until, same as we do with a bowl gouge, ride the bevel gently until you find your cut. Then obviously depending on how big a cut you want, obviously people like Robbo and Terry take massive cuts where I'm not that confident yet, and obviously something on this long you get a bit of bounce in it. So what I'm doing is I'm riding the bevel, and as I'm tipping the handle of the gouge up or the skew up, you can feel the bite in the wood, and that's what I'm doing for my passes. Obviously, I'm not doing massive passes, but I'm doing what I feel comfortable with, and I'm hoping the more I use it, obviously the more comfortable I'll become with it. So it's basically riding the bevel the same as your bowl gouge. So bringing your tool on, riding your bevel, and just tipping it until you find your cut mark or your bite mark or bite line, and then depending on how deep a cut you want, is depending on how well you dig it in. But I may be wrong. Hopefully, people like Terry and Robbo can point us in the right direction if I'm doing it wrong. Bring the tools rest down a little, or post down a little bit. So I may go quiet on this because obviously I'm trying to concentrate, and I'm not a woman, so I can't multitask.
What does he mean? Sid
Yeah.
said check your chat is on live chat if you're looking at the YouTube chat.
And now obviously someone's commented that the chat's not coming up the same.
Robbo said pretty good explanation.
Robbo?
Eric said looks like a policeman's nightstick now, so you're finished. Lol. Mark Stroughton's on.
Hi Mark, how you doing, mate?
Kim said you seem to use the heel and not the tip.
Yeah. The reason being is I had a nasty catch yesterday, so
Sneaks wall art is on.
hi Clive, how you doing, bud?
I don't know how I checked whether it's on live chat. It's got to be.
Ours is on live chat.
Should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Sneak said he can't stay long, but he came in to say hi.
Hi Clive, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
So tomorrow at
Same time as every week.
8 o'clock, Mark is doing his live. So I'll put the link in for Mark's live. So that's Mark's. I've also got a link here for tomorrow for 1 o'clock for Turning with Terry. So I'll put his link in as well.
It's a bit low, that.
That's what to me. Then you told me some others, but I don't think I could find the link. So
Brian, premiere tomorrow night.
Jay's
Woodturning.
Cabin's on. He said I can't go to my workshop. It's so hot. I'm doing everything in the old trailer and sun is shining all day. Very hot place summertime. 30 to 45 degrees easy. So I haven't done nothing for several weeks. Where are you, Jay, then? I like the heat. It don't bother me, but
Yeah, but that's extortionate heat.
yeah, I don't mind it being warm. As long as I have a bit of cool air on me. I was out. I did the proper weeding yesterday. Got rid of all the weeds, and I all of a sudden had water, and I wonder where it's coming from, and realised I was sweating. I said to Steve, I said, I think it's raining. And he said, no, my love, you are sweating. So who's the other one, darling? Brian.
Brian Hart Woodturning.
If I haven't got the link for their live, I'll just put their. Yep, he's done a Zebrano blank into a vase.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that smelly wood.
That weren't Premier.
No, that was the other day. It's 2 days ago. I'm just saying, that's smelly wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not got his up yet, his link. So I'll just put you the link in for now for his
Channel
on YouTube. So this is Brian's. Sorry if I'm boring you all. Chatting on. Yeah, Brian said Premier's not up yet, still working on it. Should I say it's not turned yet? So Mark said, thanks, Nikki, no problem. Robbo, Colin, I prefer a straight edge, but a lot is personal preference. That didn't sound good. Barry's Wood Creations only said, hi, Nikki, you missed me. Can't stay too long today, but we'll catch up later. It's nice to see you over, Barry. Brian. Door 60's on.
Hi, door.
That's all right, Brian. I've put your link on for your channel anyway, so they've got it on there. Mark put thought ladies perspire and didn't sweat. No, I was sweating.
Yeah, she don't sweat very often.
I was sweating. Robert put ladies glow. I certainly won't glow in.
No.
Oh, Jay is in South Finland.
Oh, yeah.
So this year is so hot. Summer 25 to 35. Last 4 weeks. I could cope with 25. Don't know if I could cope with 35. Right, wait a minute. Robbo said statement. Start the taper from the tailstock.
Right. Hey, Robbo.
Rob CP said, this is for everyone. Does anyone know how to make a miniature hollow form with threaded lid with a finial and internal finial? There you go. It's open to everybody now.
No is my answer.
Darren said, had a friend whose 4-year-old had never seen more than 25 degrees. He stepped off the plane at Mildura into 45 degrees C and broke his first sweat ever. And he said, Mummy, I'm melting. Radar said, who are you going to whack with that stick? That's for me to hit him with. Get him to do his jobs.
Oh, thanks. Very aggressive you are.
Brian said, to be fair, it was a hot, hot day, Nikki. It was. The sun weren't shining, but it was really muggy. Robbo put work towards the tailstock.
Oh, work towards the tailstock. We said work from the tailstock. Let me just.
He said start the taper from the tailstock. Oh yeah, Klondike was the other one. He's on now. Lewis, welcome.
Oh,
Lewis,
Lewis.
you was my other one. I needed to put the link in for.
You have to keep on at it, mate, because if not, she'll forget. Dementia is coming in at
I
a young
don't think
age.
his link's up. Is it a premiere or is it a?
He normally has a premiere, I think, at 10:30 on a Monday night.
No, it's not on there.
No, Krafts ain't got that yet.
So again, for Lewis, I'll just copy his for now. YouTube channel. Chat's going mad. I I don't normally say this, but come on, look, 61 watching, 24 thumbs up. Come on, show your support. Right, so I love Woodturning and Adam got a question. SK, is that the grind that came on the skew or one you have modified to?
No, it was a 25 grind on it. I just sharpened it because it wasn't very sharp.
So he said, out of interest, as I modified mine to that, like an Allen laser grind, but gone back to straight.
Oh, the curve is what came on it. Because apparently the curve is easier to use. Whether it is or not, I don't know.
Pete said he considers himself lucky to see the lathe these days. Miniature's not for him. Right, Robbo said you are cutting uphill, otherwise remember you're doing real turning now. You should have had him on chat and then he could have spoke to you.
Yeah, I perhaps will I'll perhaps do another one and have Robbo on a live chat.
Yeah.
Perhaps get Robbo and Terry in. A bit of vibration through there because now it's getting a bit thinner.
We've got
Dead rice.
I ain't got the right motif in today. Dead Rise Woodcrafts on.
Hi Emmett, how you doing? Thanks for coming over.
Mark said, Steve, Robbo means work from about 2 inches back from the tailstock towards the tail and work back further in stages.
Just want to get that.
Lewis said he can't chat and don't want to be rude. I take it he's driving. I've put the link in for Lewis's webpage for
His webpage.
oh, his YouTube page, sorry. I'll tell you, my head's all over the place today. We keep calling Joe and Glyn, what do we call them?
You keep calling.
Go and Gin. What else have we called them?
You're going to upset them now. They won't come next week now.
Gin and Glow.
Speaking of Joe and Glyn, Mr. and Mrs. Senior, next Sunday we have the privilege of having them in the workshop with us.
I hope it ain't going to be this hot. I bet it is though, isn't it?
You reckon that's going to be really hot next week?
It'll be nice next weekend. Woodturning by Barry said, yes, Steve, I have reshaped my one like your one.
All right.
That's right, Chris, we'll forgive you.
What?
He keeps forgetting to do the thumbs up because he's concentrating too much.
Concentrate. Right, let's just get this little bit here shaped. So I want to put a little bit of a... And yes, I am going to use it as a scraper.
Steve, you are still cutting uphill. That's what Pete said.
Right, so let me get this right. Am I going that way? Or am I going that way? Headstock, tailstock. Because I'm confused.com. Let me just reshape this.
I'm waiting for an answer for that, and then I've got a couple of questions. Dead Rise, he's making a wand, but he's using a skew which he doesn't use very often. Thank you for answering Colin's question. So that's micro mesh, Colin. He had a dumb moment then, he couldn't remember what the sanding pads were. Mark says towards, and Robbo says towards tailstock.
So I'm going that way, towards tailstock, right.
And just to put a cat amongst the pigeons, Lewis said, depends on the profile, which way.
And I've just had a catch on the and took a hunger out there. So we're going.
Said head to tail with the taper at the tool cut down into the wood. Oh God, that's going mad. Where did you catch it?
Right there.
I'm behind here, isn't I? Oh yeah, I can see that. Nasty. I can see why you don't use it very often.
Slow and steady, slow and steady.
Terry says push towards the tailstock, but start at the tailstock, work backwards.
Right, so start there, work that way. Start there, work that way. Right, I'm with it now.
Adam said good luck with the concentration, Steve.
That just took a hunger out of there.
Again. Just slow down.
It's not slowing down. Nothing to do with that.
What's the matter? Eric said take a deep breath and relax. My buddy's not on today, is he? I bet he's work done.
Who?
Gerard.
Gerard.
Yeah. Mark put ding dong, the penny is dropped, lol. Amy's on. Hello, Amy.
Oh,
Robert put, yeah, you finally got there. Now you've done it. You're now making all the mistakes. Have a drink.
I think the tool rest is too low.
Darren said time to sharpen. Mark said, oh, you almost swore then.
I did nearly saw.
Brian said that was close.
I did. It nearly slipped out. I've got a little bit of vibration in there, so.
Steve Scott's on.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Robbo said, Steve, use the long point down to get a clean edge.
Right. Let's move back a little bit. Thanks, Robbo.
Mark said, can you get the tool rest closer to the work a bit?
Closer. It's got a little bit of a high spot there. Are people everywhere?
Natalia De Leo is on.
Lionel.
Yorkshire gets on.
Oh, Glyn.
Excuse me. Afternoon, guys.
How you doing, Glyn?
It's not Glyn, it's Gin. Gin and Glow.
Glyn will be turning next week. I'm going to sit in the background and just chat.
Robbo said get rid of that lump first.
What, this lump?
You should have had Robbo on
I should have done. I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
earworm. Steve Hawley said, you're actually doing well, Steve. I've seen a lot worse.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Steve.
Brian said, you've been watching me then, Steve H. Darren said, look forward to seeing what magic is done with the finish of this one. Vote for some burning.
Burning.
Dirty Curly said, hi everyone, I have a problem getting to see Steve's lives because of the time difference.
Who's that?
Dirty Curty.
Oh.
Welcome.
I'm glad you're here.
I've never heard of that person before.
Oh. Well, welcome to the channel. Oh, there's a little bit there I need to get rid of. Question is, how thin do you go?
Mark said, Glyn said, in your dreams, sunshine. Mark said, also try bringing your right hand further up the tool handle so you are on the ferrule and shaft of the metal.
Okay.
DJ Brinkley is on. Never heard of him before either. Welcome to the chat. It's nice that everyone's come over, especially as it's a nice day.
I just wanted me to mess up, that's what it is.
Do you know what Darren said?
What?
Till it breaks.
Thanks,
that ain't
Darren.
helpful, Darren.
Thanks for the confidence, mate. Right, so tool rest a little bit high. So I need to do something with this. Too quick. One thing I've learned with a skew, it's all about slow movements. Nothing too drastic. I'm just going to gently taper this bit into the rest of it.
Right. Rob CP says, as thin as you dare if you're practicing. Steve Hawley said, you're okay, Brian. I like that you're holding your angle as you move along the work. Brian said, it's like watching F1 for the crashes. Robert said, you're going well, Steve.
Thank you, Robbo.
Chris said, we need our adrenaline fix, Steve. Mark said, by choking up with your right hand, you have more control over the tool, less pivot. Robert Dolman said, Steve, at least no chance of a funnel.
Never say never.
And Darren said, well, till it breaks is the spindle turning equivalent of a funnel club, lol. Brian said, pretty excellent so far, Steve.
Hey, bro.
Barry's Wood Creation said, Steve, you're doing really well, mate. Looking good. Have to go now, but we'll catch up later. Take care, Barry.
See you later, Barry. Thanks for coming over.
Mark said, doing brilliant, mate. Douglas Mungham's on. I think he was on earlier, but
No, Douglas.
just saying hi to everybody.
All right, let's just finish this little tiny bit off here. All right. I think that's about the shape I want. Whoops. Shape I want. Just got to put a little bit on this end here. Just put parting tool in there, I think.
Doug Miller at Wood Spun Around is on.
Right, Doug.
Terry said, looking good so far, Steve.
Thank you, Terry.
Right, so Dirty Curty is from hot and humid state of Louisiana, and Steve is a member of a Facebook group that I'm an administrator for.
Oh, thank you.
Woodworm Paul said, you're doing a grand job, Steve. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
Douglas said, Steve, who has given you the teaching? Looking good. I think he's just watched the others.
Yeah, I watched Terry. I watched some of, obviously been watching Robbo for a while. I watched a few of Colwyn's. I've watched a few of other people's who use skew work. So other than that, it's self-taught. So no one else to blame by myself.
Mark said, you're doing so well, Steve. You've stunned Colwyn into silence.
I'm sure Colwyn's got better things to do than watch me. So over that, he's on the floor laughing. He's rolling around the floor laughing.
Dirty Curty said, it's Woodturning newbies.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Douglas said he's been busy, could not watch. Sorry. Oh, don't be silly.
Don't be silly, mate.
Everyone's busy.
Life
Everyone's
goes
got
on.
other things they can be doing. I've got a housework to finish cleaning. A house to finish cleaning.
Right,
Chris
so
said, just think, at the end you can wave your wand to make us all disappear.
when will I do that? Right, I think that's the shape I want. Actually, that weren't too bad. All right. So that's the shape I'm going for. Got a little bit of chattering in there, but I'm going to sand that out. And I've got a little bit of a mark in there. Actually, I'll just get rid of that before we go, because that's quite a deep mark. What the hell? Just can't get the staff. It's better.
Get your head out the camera.
I got my head in the camera. Right, so.
Right, Brian said Robbo has 12-part series on the skew. If you're interested in learning the skew, good place to start.
He does. I did watch some of it. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched some of it.
Amy said, what makes skew work so tricky?
Mark, the gentleman Woodturner, does. Mark bullied me into this, Amy. I'm not going to lie. I'll show you the abusive texts he sent me.
Darren said, now the true test here is if the finishing is good enough off the tool to not require sanding.
Oh, it needs sanding, all right.
Dor said, nice job, Steve.
Thank you, Dor.
Woodturning and Barry said, that is brilliant, Steve. Well done.
Thank you.
Chris Dodd said, Amy, the nut on the handle. They give me you. Rex B said, the pressure is off and your paper towel roller looks great. Ha ha. Amy, the fact that you can be half a degree out with the presentation and it'll catch and ruin the piece.
Oh, fun.
Douglas said, Nikki, I'm nervous user of the skew, so I wanted some pointers.
I don't know we come here for him, Douglas.
Rex B said he can't use the skew, he's scared of it.
I just started off with a little tiny pen blank and just moved on from there, just to get the feel of it.
Robbo said, Amy, because 95% is controlled only by the bevel behind the cutting edge. Colin Izzard said, that's good, Steve.
Thank you, guys. I'm actually going to colour this.
He said, thank you, Amy. I follow the tiny turner closely. Chris Glanville's got to go. Thank you for coming over, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Brian said he was just right, Steve, doing the same to me.
Yeah.
Mark said, you bag, you said you deleted those texts.
No. You never delete abusive texts. You always need evidence later on in life. Yeah, so next week we'll have a live singing of Yorkshire Grit by Miss Joe Senior himself. So I'm going to sand this up to 240 grit. Now I've actually never ever used Yorkshire Grit and coloured, but that's what I'm going to do.
William Kenny said, great looking piece.
Thank you.
Well done. Colin from Woodward, he said, now you can bribe Mark, lol. David Nichols on, good morning, everyone.
Hi, David.
Joe said, yay.
So that's 120. 240 last one.
Eric said, thanks, Steve. We're all learning. Thanks for doing small cuts.
Believe me, Eric, at the moment I don't feel confident doing big cuts. Hopefully that'll come.
Terry Bartlett said, well done, Steve. Not an easy tool to master. I was scared of it, and then 2 hours later I was fine. Sorry, I was trying to read it.
Yeah, it's just like I say, when Mark sent it to me, I was very appreciative. But yeah, when I first used it, it did make the old butt twitch. Let's put it that way.
Kim said, your staircase spindle's too small, lol.
Oh, I couldn't think of nothing worse making staircase spindles.
Steve Scott said, Steve, you have got me a ringside ticket. I want to upgrade to a season ticket, lol.
Alright, so that's 240.
You don't know what the wood is, do you?
No, I don't know what it is, to be honest. There was just loads of bits I had in a box that I bought, just loads of offcuts. But I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is.
You've really got to keep your head out of the camera.
Sorry, Governor.
We do not want to see all your grey hairs.
Well, people might be jealous.
Douglas said he wanted to know what the wood was, and he said it looks a great honey dipper. Lol. Chris Dodd said, I know a witch that would love that wand. Dr. Bob said it looks like the force of the skew is with you. Mark said, no, you weren't, Steve. You shouted at me, lol. Right, Mark Stroughton's got a right time to get up. Looking good, Steve. Catch the rest later. He's
Thank
off.
you, Mark. Have a good day.
Right, Terry said, Steve, if you make a storyboard now, then you can make another 300. Then you'll be able to make them in your sleep. Practice, practice, practice.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen, Terry.
Brian agrees with me. He said, I agree. The hedgehog keep putting in an appearance.
Sonic. Right, so let's get the grit out. Yorkshire Grit Original. So speed the lathe down to about 400 or between 400 and 500. Work this in.
Joe started already.
Is Joe's name coming up properly on your computer?
Yeah, why?
Oh, mine. I've got O. I've got OENO.
No, she's come up fine. Is it hers the only one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine on mine. She said, hands that feel pity. Radar said, looks great, Steve.
Thank you.
Brian said he thought he was going to colour it.
I am going to colour it. I am. Be patient, Brian. Be patient.
Mark said, oh dear, I can hear that poor cat being strangled from here.
Oh, Mark, you're in for it, sunshine.
Robbo said, at least he has hair on top, lol. Steve, how do you feel when using the skew? Douglas asked.
Nervous, especially when I've got people watching me, but hopefully within the near future of practicing with it, it'll be no different to using any other tool. But being nervous is a good thing sometimes. Helps increase your awareness and helps increase your concentration. So sometimes it's a good thing. Right, so let's clean this off. Like I said before, I've never used Yorkshire Grit while colouring, so we'll see what happens. I know you can do it because obviously Wayne's done it. But I've never personally done it.
Clint said, is that Yorkshire Grit? Lol.
Yes, it's Yorkshire Grits. Right, so
Mark said, yes, it was Yorkshire Grit Original. Darren said, you've come a long way from using carbides, mate.
yeah, when I watch back on some of my first videos, every now and again I just pop back and have a look and change a few things. I do sit back and watch, and I think, you know, it's like anything. It's the more you do, the more you learn. And lucky enough, there's so many awesome makers in the community who are quite happy to share their knowledge, and a lot of you guys are in the chat as well. So it's just nice that we can all share our knowledge and help each other along the way. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spray that black
Brian said, challenge this week, everyone has to make a wand with a skew.
Make a what?
Wand with a skew.
Oh, right.
GTD Blair is on. Howdy all.
Hi, Blair.
Eric said, can you or should you use a skew on the outside of a bowl and vase?
Oh, that I wouldn't know. There's people in the chat who are more qualified to answer that question than me, Eric.
So Douglas said, Steve, what tips would you pass on to other newbies about using a skew?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Watch other people's videos,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
definitely. Do your research, for sure.
Terry's just said, Brian, does that mean I have to change my life tomorrow?
Right, so a bit of Chestnut Products Ebonising lacquer.
Robbo said, no, no, no. Sneaks Wall Art said, I'm still here. Just had to sit and watch, lol.
Anybody hasn't seen Sneak's work needs to go and check Sneak out. He makes some awesome wall pieces.
Ooh.
I don't know if he's got
a... said, ball no, vase as long as it's spindle orientation.
I don't know if Sneak's got a YouTube channel, but I know he's on Instagram and Facebook, so
I'll have a look.
Go and check out his work. He makes some really nice stuff. So just dry this a bit. No, I don't know. I think he's on YouTube.
Can I do it? I can't do a link for anything else then.
No, I don't know if you can link from Instagram. I don't know. You have to try it. So I think I'm going to give this some colour on here and on here with the Joe Sonias.
Oh, I might. I'll try it.
Just copy and paste it over.
I can try it and see. This is a link for his Sneaks Instagram page. So if you have a look.
So that's dry.
Michelle Owlsby is on. That's Brian's wife.
That's Brian's wife. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for coming over. It's a bit tacky, guys. Right, so let's get the Joe Sonias out. I reckon. What colours do we have?
Sneak said YouTube is pants, lol. It needs so much work.
Yeah, it does.
Mark Stirren, he's put, Michelle, I can confirm Brian has indeed purchased new tools this week. Mark, I beat you to it. I've already done it. No.
No, children, don't argue. Don't argue.
John Mooney's on. Hi all, late again. Give myself 30 lashes. I've got a stick. We'll beat you with it.
Right, so Joe Sonia.
He told me he did as well, Mark. Mark, you grass.
So this is the turquoise. Just put some lines in the handle as well, I think.
Brian put only a small one.
Yeah, a small one.
Nick Castle's on. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss any catches? Yeah, he had 2 catches, didn't you, babe?
No, I had a few more than 2, but...
Oh. Head out of the camera.
Sorry.
I know you have to get it close, but if you do, you're going to have to... Why don't you change camera, can't you?
Well, I changed camera. My head would be in even worse, wouldn't it?
Brian put, no, Nick, it was a catch-free zone today. No, he did have some catches.
No, I had a couple of catches. Right, so that's turquoise. Oh, I need a bit of water. Can you give me a bit of water, babe, please?
Oh, I take Mick.
Half fill, please. So that's turquoise. What goes with turquoise? Red, violet. Violet, I think. Just give it a little bit of colour, break it up monotony, because when I did this other one, thank you. When I did this one, I just left it natural. So I thought we'd do something with a little bit of colour. So I'm going to put a little bit of turquoise on this one. Not turquoise, sorry. Violet. So just remember when you use your Joe Sonias, make sure you shake them well.
Glyn said, hair's looking good, Steve. Terry said Sonic.
Jealousy will get you nowhere, guys. Right, so a little bit of purple.
I agree, Mark.
What's that?
No, you don't want to know. Sneak said, thanks so much for the shout out. No problem.
Anytime, mate.
Do it for everybody that
Credit where
credit push.
Credit where credit is due. So
Just so you know, it's 2 o'clock.
okay, no pressure then. Is that my hurry up? What?
No, I'm just telling you the time.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
just got to pop off in a minute.
Nicky Popoff.
Nikki, pop off.
Right, so another
I'm
colour.
trying to make the most of the weather and get the washing out.
Right, so I need another colour. I
Colin
need
said gold would look good.
gold.
I'm going to come and have a look.
Gold!
You don't get a very good picture from
No, it's a bit dark, isn't it? Let me see if I can lighten it up a little bit. You don't want to be in the camera. You won't be in the camera. No. Not the Joe Sonias. So, see if that looks a bit better with the white background. Oh, that got a bit better. Right, that'll do. Close that. Right, so gold. So Colin Izard's question, possibly a silly question, never ever a silly question. Do you have to put black on first? When you're using the Joe Sonia paints, because they are iridescent, if you put them just on a natural piece of wood, yes, you would see the colours coming through, but you wouldn't get such a vibrant, metallic-y, pearly look. So you're better off putting a dark background on it. You get a better finish. You get a better colour variation. So this is gold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit down the top of the shaft with gold. Somewhere it really just sort of feathers into the narrow stem. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put a little tiny bit of tape around that so we get a nice sharp edge. So we just put that over there. Low tack tape so we don't get no major lines. So what we'll do, should get a nice sharp line there now. And I think what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to put a line this side of these. Nothing too intrusive, and that will do. So I'm going to call that it for colouring. Not going to go any further than that. So we'll take this tape off now. Should end up with a nice sharp line, which we have. So I'm just going to dry that. Again, always, if you're going to use a hot air gun, make sure you turn the hot air gun on before you put it over your piece, just in case there's any dust or anything in the hot air gun. And what you should see is some of these lines, you got like white lines in there. If they're not too thick, then they should disappear and go to your gold or whatever colour they are. So that should, yep, dry. Let's put those away. So there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that to dry properly because I want to lacquer over the top of that to give it a nice shine. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly give that a dust coat of lacquer. Just to seal, because obviously if this is going to be handled, the colours may wear off, where the lacquer will just hold those colours in. So just give this a shake. Joe Sonia colours are really good to use. Get some really nice effects with Joe Sonia. I'd encourage anybody to have a go with Joe Sonia colours. You can buy a set of 6 colours, this sort of size, which there's loads of colours. I mean, that's a massive amount. Let's turn some of these lights off a bit bright. So you get 6 of those different colours and a bottle of size for around about 40 quid. Mark saying wait. Why have I got to wait, Mark? Mark, why am I waiting? Right, I'll go have a quick drink. Let's go back on camera. So why am I waiting? Mark's... Oh, gold on the tip. Okay, I can do that. Gold on the tip. Right, let me just part that off. Or get parting tool in there. Just put a little bit of a dink in there then. Get rid of some of this. They've all gone because you went.
Right. He'll be back. Yep, they're all saying a gold tip. You done that?
No, I'm not doing it. Mark's bullying me again.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Should I put him in timeout?
Nah. I'll just delete him off my friends list. Right. Right. It's gold tipping.
Yeah, we think we. Oh yeah. Right. Someone needs to be able to ban whoever keeps doing it.
What's that?
Mark, what is that here of which you speak?
Right, I need to put a bit of tape on
Here's
there
your what
again.
then?
Again, we're going to do a nice sharp line.
Thanks everyone that's given a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Douglas, have you read these or not?
No.
Right, so Brian said, love these colours. Douglas said, Steve, it looks amazing. Colin's got a question, possibly a silly question, but do you have to put black on first?
Yeah, I answered that one.
Right. Darren said silver. Yes, Colin, a dark colour makes the iridescence work. Exactly, Terry. Rex said that's beautiful colouring.
Thank you.
TJ gold on the tip. Chris Dodds, oops, looking for this. Blair gives thumbs up. Steve Mark said, yep, gold tip. Yep, needs a gold or red tip. I like the lines, looks more artistic. Gold tip, gold tip. Steve, wait.
Did I see that? I was wondering what he was on about.
What was that about?
Gold tip.
Robbo said, sit boy.
Sit boy. What's that all
I
about?
don't know.
I'll just quickly dry that.
Someone said camera.
Camera? Oh, yeah. Changed. Yeah, too late now. I've done it. I will put it back on overhead camera.
Douglas put Nikki, no carrots. No, not today. Steve's
Gold
doing
tip.
burgers. Yorkshire, Glenn said, you've got a friends list. Is it a long list? No. Mark said, no, short list, Glenn, long.
Right, so extractor on.
Woodworm by Paul said, that's a classy looking one, Steve. Well done.
Thank you. So I'm just going to basically just give this a coat of clear. I'm using, this is plastic coat, clear super gloss. I get this from my local, well, I used to get it from my local range, but they've stopped selling it now. And basically,
find it, didn't we, somewhere else?
Yeah, I got it on, I found it online. But I'm basically using this, all I'm using this for is to protect the colours. So if people handle it, the colours don't wear off. So I'm just going to give it some light coats.
Douglas put no carrots in burgers. No, definitely not. No, they're butcher's burgers. I'm not making them myself because I always fall apart. So I've just put the link on for Mark's live tomorrow, and also Turning with Terry. His is on tomorrow as well at 1 p.m. Klondike. This is the link for his YouTube channel. He's doing what tomorrow, Steve? I forgot what you said.
He's doing a premiere.
Douglas said, Steve, cover the bed bars.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just clean them off a bit of cellulose thinners, mate.
Brian's also doing a
Premiere.
Premiere tomorrow. This is the link for his YouTube channel. So if you can, show your support. Also, this is the Instagram link for Sneaks Wall Art.
Oh, look at you going. Look at you going.
I've got them all written at the top. That's all right. So, Woodturning by Barry said it's got to be one of the best he's seen.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Well, I have a yards. I've got a craft yard sale next Sunday, next Saturday, 10 till 1, I think, or 10 till 2. And I just wanted to, and I just wanted to do some bits that might sell. But if you want it, you can have it, and I'll make another one. I need the scoop.
You know what I was going to do with it?
What?
You're going to have to make me. I want to take it to work and put it on our book in our book corner.
Oh right, okay.
A Harry Potter wand.
Oh, I'll make you a stand out of it. I'll make a stand for off the 3D printer.
Amy says looks awesome, Steve. Mark said, Terry, are you and I doing a wand off them? Would folks want to see that? Adam said, well done, mate. Looks pretty.
Right, so I'm just going to leave that rotating. I'll give it a couple more coats of lacquer before I part it. And then
Solomon said, nice job, Steve.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your support. And like I say, it's all about, it's not about the wand, it's not about the current day, it's about me getting mark off my back with using the skew. No, it's fine. But like I said, I'm just going to leave that running now. I'll give it another couple of coats. Obviously, because it's so small, if I sprayed it standard, perhaps drip, so obviously rotating light coats would be good. And once it's dry, I'll just give it a buff up with the Yorkshire grip microfine, and that'll come up like a mirror. Then part it, and then we can just seal the ends. So that'll be fine. Could be used in the Albert Hall. What, for holding the door open?
Colin said, wish we had some craft fairs down here. That's just the road, isn't it? The village are just some
Yeah,
people having
well,
yard sales and some people having cake sales.
yeah.
And,
Well, there's a couple of elderly ladies who do cake sales for, is it Macmillan, Nick?
and not any charities, different ones.
Right. And when I had my last yard, I had one a few weeks ago because I got loads of pieces. I just sold them off cheap to get rid of them. And they came over and said that they're doing one on the 17th. If I wanted to, I'd do one at the same time, and they'd push people down this way. So that makes. So what I did is when I did that one, the one before, I just put everything out as a fiver. But this one, I'm going to put some better quality bits out. So hopefully, just to bring some money back into the channel, really, to help refund some of the stuff that we spend out on materials.
So, Radar said, good job, Steve. Jennifer said, that's gorgeous, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Neil Gould, lovely, Steve. Thanks to both of you. Adam, I love Woodturning last night at the proms, mate. Brent said, well done, Steve. Another enjoyable breakfast episode.
Thank you very much.
Mark said, yeah, I suppose I'll get off your back now.
Well,
Lawrence
for a little bit.
Said, well done, Steve. It looks great. And also for the skew. Thanks for sharing. Well done again.
Thank you.
Douglas Mungham really looks great. Rob CP, awesome work, Steve. Brian Chitty, brilliant, Steve. That kept Mark quiet. Robbo said, I might be moved to do a wand off next Saturday. Mark said, £7 then. Woodworm Paul, yes, go for it, Terry. Colin said, great ideas. What did we want you to make? Oh, a thing to put our remote controls in. A stand to go on the table. There's something else she was going to have a go at making. What was it? I can't think what we said.
You give me all these ideas.
Well, we'd been out today and this morning, and we said you was going to make something, and I can't think what it was.
No, I can't remember. Anyway.
We'll remember.
Yeah,
we'll find out. I'll remember. I'll remember, and I'll text you, and then we'll forget.
Robbo. If Robbo does a one, that'll be like a 2-minute live.
Colin said, has to be one of the nicest ones I've seen. Well done, mate.
Who said
Chris
that?
Dodd's put Colin from Wood Wizardry.
Thank you, Colin.
Chris Dodd said, what a 2-minute live, Robbo.
Yeah.
Darren, Robbo, you have to do a multi-eccentric wand. It has to be really magic. It's the one challenge week. The Terry, Mark, Robbo, me, and anyone else wants. Right, Robbo, good job. I haven't turned a wand for years. Doug Miller said, well done, Steve. Good to see you have a go with the skew.
Thank you, Doug.
William Kane said, great job. My daughter wants a wand now.
Get out there and make her one, mate. Get out there and make her one.
Steve, offset wands next.
Offset, yeah, I've played with a little bit of offsetting, but not on a wand. That's a bit narrow for a. I don't know. I suppose
Paul
you can
said,
do.
well done, Steve. That looks
Thank
great.
you. Anybody who turns a wand, please send me a message and show me it. That'd be good. And then we'll perhaps show them on next week's live. So that'd be good. Right, and I think we've nailed it. So thank you very much to Mark for sending me the skew. Very much appreciated, mate. I know you had to go hungry for a week. No food, no water, no electricity, no heating. So I do appreciate it. And thank you for keeping on at me, for using the skew, because if not, I wouldn't have got my backside in gear and used it. So thank you. So I think it's just practice like any other tool. Obviously, don't be afraid of it. Just go slow, and the speed will come eventually. You don't need to rush into things. And just like me, small cuts. Slow, small cuts. Great job, Steve. Worth getting up before 5. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, Michael. Hope you've enjoyed it. No, I do. Thank you, Mark. It's very enjoyable. Once I just get into it, it's just like any new tool in it. It's like getting used to using it the safe way. And like I always say, I would not like to come on YouTube or any other social media and show using a piece of equipment that's not the safe way, because unfortunately, as we do lives, we inspire people to have a go, and I don't want to inspire people to do it unsafely. So that was my issue before I knew exactly what I was doing. So that's why I weren't going to do it until I was ready for it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming over. Really do appreciate it. I really appreciate all the nice comments you guys have sent me for Friday night with Colwyn on. If you didn't catch the Colwyn special guest airworm, then please go back and check it. Just stick that link in, Nick.
Which one?
For Colwyn's on Friday night.
Yeah, I'll find it now.
Oh, it's obviously on my channel.
Oh. Who are you? What, just for the Friday night one?
Yeah, just for Colwyn's live special. Yeah.
Woodturning.
Yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see the live, then go back and watch it. Colwyn is absolutely full of information, and he really did share some really good tips, and he answered there were some really good questions coming as well, which he answered. So thanks to the guys who came over and asked the questions, and thank you very much for Colwyn for answering them with his knowledge and sharing his knowledge. Hopefully we'll get Colwyn back on in the future, which will be great, absolutely great, because like I say,
CP's on tomorrow.
He's a wealth of knowledge. Rob CP's on, is he?
Yeah, at 5.
Oh, right, okay. I'll put his link in there if you can find it.
Because just have a read through some of the chat, please. Oh no, it ain't got no link on at the minute.
What's that for?
Just have a read through the chat, I'm just saying.
Oh, right, okay, I am.
So this is you beat me to it, little shit.
What?
Oh no, he didn't.
What?
What's one's Mark put in? Oh, the link for yours. I beat you to it, Mark. Oh.
They're going to fight over it now.
Woodturning by Barry said that's the broomstick getting shorter, Brian. You just got loads of really lovely comments, and thank you very much.
I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for coming over. Thank you very much for joining us. And like always, thank you for your continued support. I really do enjoy it. Next Battle of the Makers is the 23rd of this month. So mark that in your diaries. I'll be putting the link up for that in the next couple of days. Myself, Mark, and Wayne will be back Friday evening. Friday evening. But obviously tomorrow we have Rob CP, Mark John Woodturner. Terry Turning, Terry TJ Turning. It's Rob CP, Mark John Woodturner, Brian Hardwood Turning, and then Lewis Quandrike Craftsman.
And all the links will be in the chat.
Yeah, all the links are in the chat. So they're on tomorrow.
Don't worry about the link. I've put the link in for your YouTube channel anyway. So, and Dirty Katie said, I really enjoyed watching. It was a great demo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So with that, I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.